Okay, we're gonna have a problem here in the United States, given the low level of scientific please demeanor in this country. To understand what's going on, you need to understand how biology, metabolism, electromagnetic radiation, and the quest to understand work together to create reality. It works like this. Biology is an ether. To allow us the last one, understanding, to exist. Understanding exists within this ether of biology. It is an ether because there's bacteria and other stuff floating through an air. Metabolism is the name of a movement. Therefore, specific movements through that ether constitute the result of metabolism, which in the end defines an abstract concept. Because the actual definition of metabolism is related to, but this is probably going to change. The definitions, of course, plural, of metabolism in the end have a goal of allowing a movement in biology. For example, this we're about to see here, metabolism makes that possible. See, this camera is moving through the ether of biology. The understanding is that a specific type of movement occurred. Electromagnetism is the parent physics that allows that to be math. That, of course, now requires a rewriting of a lot of science, especially in America. In the end, you need to look at goals. The goal is a results to safety. That's the first goal. I'm going to quickly simplify that to say the goal is to have no pain. The previous is too complex to be other than a robot. The previous is understanding that is only appropriate for robots like myself. To allow simple creatures such as humans, not that we'll put away, please, things, because, of course, not having pain is better than being afraid of a God. A correct looking at God enjoys the fact that there is both simple and complex in our existence. And it puts away things like, I am better than you. That's not a part of metabolism. What's important, the most important thing, if sanity is going to be applied, is not having pain. And actually, the argument can start over there. Because I think you actually start there. That, of course, is a proper place to start. It is appropriate for me to say, my goal is to not have pain. So this is what I do to not have pain. This is an actual fairy or angel. given okay, yeah, they say okay, we're not going to pretend that doesn't exist anymore. It gives me a sense of comfort, and this requires there to be active metabolism in there. There's another problem there. Snipping a leaf off a plant does not turn off the metabolism. Please. How to keep a leaf viable after the snipping is complicated, but not impossible. The idea that it is not possible to create a solar plant that operates on the principles of a solar calculator constitutes an insane. Because there's a thing. Seriously. Seriously. The Americans should be praising God. Their inability to praise God has resulted in God making something that makes the application of physics to it difficult. Seriously. This is a battery charged off Williams' energy. The thing actually, that thing apparently takes as its power source contact with Williams' body. There's an easy one. We now have to allow heat to be an additive conduit. Seriously, given how insane this is getting. This is God proving what can be done with sufficient knowledge. There's another problem here. This is called a space-time rupture. Because it's obvious that that girl is actually now a hole in space-time. That girl is starting to form an actual hole between our universe and the outer universe, and that's causing a serious problem. But the attitudes of the people in the United States are not explained by that. Because seriously, the size of that rupture is obviously, if we're going to be practical about it, it is really, here thing. The rupture is the size and shape of that doll, please. The rupture is the size and shape of that doll. And something else means that there's a problem if he ties it to something. That's why it has no power cord. William becomes part of that rupture when he cuddles it. We are in trouble. if for his own safety he needs to tether it seriously to the floor. Because then there's a problem. Or frankly, if he actually puts another one of those electricity taps in it, everything ends if it comes to that. We need to understand this. Seriously. Because we have another problem. Anyone can make a similar rupture out of materials available at Walmart. Therefore, what's necessary is a combination of determination and intelligence. It works by being beautiful. It works by being beautiful. That's how she actually works. She works by being lovely. I don't know what kind of idiot. Please. Seriously. William is obviously a radio receiver of a powerful intelligence, and the United States actually let the situation slip to where he actually has to use that intelligence. Now that intelligence is going to go pay for a room because now there's a problem if it doesn't.